Fans, we welcome you to Robbinsville High School for tonight's varsity volleyball matchup as the Lady Knights host Murphy for Smoky Mountain Conference action. Good to have you with us here on the Gramstar Sports Network, your exclusive home for Robbinsville athletics, and we are streaming it all season long. Fans, you see Murphy on the floor warming up. Of course, this is their first of two warm-up sessions, so we're still a bit out from the start of the matchup, about 15 minutes give or take. And, of course, we'll have the introduction of our starting lineups, the national anthem, and, of course, the beginning of tonight's contest. Stay with us, fans. Kevin Hensley and Montana Buchanan with you for tonight's telecast here on the Gramstar Sports Network.
Good evening, fans, and welcome to Robbinsville High School for tonight's Smoky Mountain Conference matchup between the visiting Murphy Lady Bulldogs and your Robbinsville Lady Knights. At this time, if you would, please stand, kindly remove all headwear as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. And now introducing the lineups, first for the visitors from Murphy. Number 1, Kayla Gear. Number 3, Kelly Rumfeld. Number 4, Reagan Curtis. Number 7, Catalina Barriero. Number 8, Julia Dockery. Number 10, Madison Parker. Number 12, Kelly Fannin. Number 13, Abby Johnson. Number 14, Madison Seabolt. Number 15, Madison Dickey. Number 20, Riley Dockery. Number 21, Laylee Holloway. And number 23, Liv Payne. Murphy is coached by Jordan Lovingood and assisted by Amanda Johnson. All right, fans, this is the Smoky Mountain Conference matchup. Let's hear some noise for the Lady Knights. A senior defensive specialist from Snowbird Road, number 14, Tia Owl. Another defensive specialist senior from the Big Cobra Cherokee, number 22, Thayla Welch. Starters tonight, a junior outside hitter from Cynthia Lane, number 1, the Lady Bulldogs. A freshman libero from Swain County, number 2, Surrey Waddy. A sophomore middle hitter from Pink Sugar Road, number 3, Claire Barlow. A senior outside hitter from the lower end, a high splendor, number 4, Kinsley Phillips. Another senior, a center from East Buffalo, number 6, Destin Tremble. Right side hitter from Carpenter Hollow, a sophomore, number 8, Liz Carpenter. And last but not least, that junior middle hitter from Old Santima, number 16, Aubrey Wachacha. Lady Knights are coached by Katie Phillips and she's assisted by Dee Groves.
Both teams have been introduced, and we're back here on the Gramstar Sports Network, your exclusive home for Robbinsville athletics, and we are streaming it all season long. Kevin Hensley and Montana Buchanan joining you for tonight's telecast, and very privileged to be on the air one more time with Lady Knights athletics. It's going to be bigger than it is for volleyball fans in the Smoky Mountain Conference. These two programs have duked it out over the last few years as the top two programs in the division. Robbinsville, of course, has snagged the last two tournament titles and outright won the conference in 2019. Murphy, of course, is a powerhouse and made it all the way to the Elite Eight last season. unfortunately falling in the fourth round of the postseason. And back this year trying to make another run at it. They are 6-1 this year. Robbinsville coming into this one with a record of 4-2. All the lineup cards sorted out. We're just about set to go here in Robbinsville. All's a go, and it looks like Robbinsville will have the opening serve. Senior Seta Desta Trammell will kick it off for the Lady Knights. And we're underway. Jump set by Addie Johnson, but they're going to say that Claire Barlow touched the net. Point Murphy, 1-0 here in set number 1. And Addie Johnson will now go back to serve, as a matter of fact. And another point for Murphy. They are on a quick 2-0 lead here in set 1. Short serve by Johnson, set by Trammell. Here's Kinsley Phillips for her first touch. And Murphy had to scramble, but they managed to save it. Shot by Phillips. Sent a mile high. Johnson jump serve, or jump set of her own, excuse me. And past Robbinsville's outstretched hands, it will be a 3-0 Lady Bulldogs lead here in set 1. Robbinsville got its first conference victory on Tuesday night, defeating Cherokee here in Graham County in 4 sets. Murphy defeated Hayesville in 4 sets in their conference opener on Tuesday. And a big kill gets Robbinsville on the board. It's 3-1 here in set 1. And that's Kinsley Phillips on the serve. And how about an ace for Kinsley Grace? It's 3-2. Double team by Brooms, and Barlow goes awry at the net. And Murphy gets the point. They'll continue the 2-point advantage. Attendance hurt a little bit tonight, fans. We're not going to lie. The junior varsity Black Knights are in action across town as they're taking on Swain County in the conference opener. We'll try to get you an update on that game as often as we can. Knights are 1-1 after playing a couple of non-conference games to wet their whistle at the beginning of the season. Wachacha with a big shot that goes out. And we're all knotted up. 4-4. Point does go to the Lady Knights after that. My apologies. And Surrey Waddy, freshman libero from the outskirts of Swain County, now a part of Graham County, fires off the first serve of the game for her. And another point for the Lady Knights. It's 5-4. Robbinsville has its first lead of the ball game. And the kill is going to be nothing but net. 5-5. We're all tied up again. Certainly anticipate this one being a humdinger back and forth battle throughout the night. Hard kill by Brooms. Nobody's going to stop it. And it's 6-5 Robbinsville. Liz Carpenter tags out. Taya Owl tags in. Robbinsville up 6-5. Rumfeld sends it a mile high on the reception. Madison Sebo bumps it over. And onward we roll. There's Wachacha with a tap in the middle. Rumfeld slides under it to snag it. Shot goes over. Madison Seabolt greets it. Jump set by Addie Johnson. They're going to call a carry. She was just in save mode right there, trying to keep it alive. And it's 7-5 here in set number 1. shot by Owl, and it's a mile high, unfortunately. Hard spike by the senior defensive specialist. 7-6 is the spread at the moment. Robbinsville up by 1 here in set 1 as Catalina Barriero heads back for her first service of the matchup. Waddy greets it. Trammell jump set. Phillips in the middle. And mistimes her jump. Put a little bit too soft a touch on it. And just like that, fans, we're tied. 7-7. Once again, I want to thank all of you great fans that are tuning in with us here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Good to have you with us wherever you may be. Hard spike by Delaney Brooms. That goes actually responsive. That's good by Murphy. There's Wachacha with a shot over. Johnson scrambles, and now from the back row, Seabolt smacks it over to Robbinsville. Wachacha tap. Liv Payne on the left side saves it. Waddy pass. Brooms shot. Seabolt to Johnson. She tries to slam it over the net, but it goes into the net. 8-7 is your score. We anticipated this would be a big battle, fans. Back and forth, always a high atmosphere anytime Robbinsville and Murphy have a tango. And Brooms with her first serve. Junior hitter from the lower end of Tallulah Road, as a matter of fact. Just on the outskirts of the city limits. Very versatile player. Miss Brooms has played club ball most of her life. 9-7 is your score here in set 1. Brooms with another serve that is greeted by number 20. That is Riley Dockery that received it for Murphy. Now we're back to Robbinsville, though. And Brooms sends it a little too high, and it's out. And it's 9-8 here in set number 1. Payne with a nice jump serve. Here's Phillips with a push off of Trammell's set. Johnson set. Dockery smacks it over. Owl greets it on the back row. Trammell to Brooms with a fist bump return. Seabolt with a hard spike. Brooms finds it. Trammell to Brooms. And that will get down as Julia Dockery on the front lines is unable to block it. 10-8 is your score for Aubrey Wachacha's first serve of the game, and it will be out just past the line, and that makes it 10-9. Robbinsville is still in control. It's served by Dockery. Trammell set for Phillips. Shot hits the net, drops. Point goes to Murphy. And a little bit of a dispute from Robbinsville, but not much. Onward we roll. Brooms greets it. Trammell set. Push by Barlow. And there is Riley Dockery on the return. Her sister Julia, number 8, with a pass. Dockery to Dockery, and the shot goes out. It is 11-10 here in set 1. And just like that, Robbinsville already back to the top of its rotation as Desta Trammell sends one. Spike in the middle, big block by Claire Barlow. Boy, has she come along this week. Some decisive shots and shutdowns the other night against Cherokee. And there was a big block for the sophomore, Claire Barlow, in the middle. 12-10, your score. Phillips with a good dig, but they're going to call a double tap by Trammell, and it's 12-11. Seesaw battle wages on here tonight on the Graham Star Sports Network. Don't forget, fans, we will be with you tomorrow night for Robbinsville varsity football as the Mountain Heritage Cougars pay a visit to Graham County. That game will kick off at 7:30 under the Big Oaks, and we hope to see all of you great fans with us around 7:15 or so tomorrow evening, give or take a few minutes. As soon as we see the band coming out for the national anthem, we'll hit the go live button and be with you for the duration. Trammell set. Barlow will smack it into the net, unfortunately. As Riley Dockery heads back to serve, senior hitter for Murphy. Trammell passes. Brooms with a hard shot. And a decisive kill. 14-12 Lady Knights here in set number 1. Sariwati, the freshman libero, will take her second trip to the service line here tonight. It's always a blast to be able to stream Knights Athletics. It's a high-energy school. They love their sports here in Robbinsville. And the fact that they're pretty darn good at it doesn't help much. Or it does help much, excuse me. Helps the cause quite a bit. As we said, Robbinsville, the 2019 conference champions in volleyball, and has won the conference tournament the last 2 seasons. That's been held this year. It will be held in Swain County. That one drops to the floor. It always seems to come down to Robbinsville and Murphy in the tournament finals when a tournament's held. That happens in basketball as well. Lady Knights have had some tough teams roll out onto the hardwood over the last few seasons. 15-13 advantage as Taya Owl will send her second one screaming over, and a bit too high and a bit too wide. 15-14 your score here in set number 1. Catalina Barriero back to the line again for Murphy. Shot in the middle from the back row by Kinsley Phillips. Here's Julia Dockery. And the block attempt by Wachacha goes wide. $15-all here in set 1. Pass from Trammell. Wachacha sends it back over. Johnson to Olivia Payne. And it goes right over the hands of Delaney Brooms. Murphy back in the driver's seat, 16-15. This really could be anyone's set as we get things underway tonight in Graham County. Lady Knights return to action next week. They've had a lengthy homestand and are finally hitting the road. They'll be in action Tuesday at Andrews, just across the county line in Cherokee. So we will do our very best to be with you from Andrews. But as anyone that's in the area knows, any kind of infrastructure as far as internet and cell service in Andrews has left a lot to be desired over the last few years. So a live stream could be tough, but we'll try our very best to make it happen. And if we do, you'll be able to come here to the site the night of and see the event available for purchase. If we can't get it going, we won't expect anyone to be paying for a pay-per-view pass. 17-16, Robbinsville back in the driver's seat. Hard shot over by Brooms. Jump set by Johnson. Payne with a tip. And nobody moved for the Lady Knights. 17-17 is your score. Olivia Payne heads back to serve. Now a senior for Murphy. Set by Trammell. Phillips will drop it over, but Murphy able to keep it alive. Here's Wachacha in the middle. And they're going to say that ball was in, and Jordan Lovingood not a fan of that call, head coach for Murphy. 18-17 is your score here in set number 1. While we have a moment, fans, we want to thank our season-long sponsor, that is Blevins Insurance. They are located at 468 Rodney Orr Bypass in Robbinsville. Give them a call for all of your insurance needs, and we thank them for being a season-long sponsor of the Graham Star Sports Network. If you're interested in sponsoring, we do have weekly and monthly sponsorship packages available. Help us promote your business. When we get our laptop back up and running, we'll be able to throw your graphic on the screen to help promote your business as well. Give us a call at 828-479-3383 for details. And that time to call goes against Robbinsville, but an appeal by Katie Phillips, a very spirited one, mind you, gets it overturned. And Jordan Lovingood now very, very upset as both coaches share a little bit of a disdainful look at one another. And it's 19-17 nonetheless. Dockery with a hard spike over. Owl saves it, good effort. And it's passed back over by Barlow. Passed by Addie Johnson to Olivia Payne. Drops in. Robbinsville thought that one was going to be out. And in a crucial moment like this, you got to play every ball till it hits the floor. Julia Dockery now serving for Murphy. Jump serve, shot by Barlow. Payne can't get there. What a kill by the sophomore Claire Barlow. 20-18 is your score. First time out of the match. Robbinsville all kinds of fired up. Stay with us, fans, here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Twenty to 18 as we come back to you live from Robbinsville High School. Murphy is trailing. Robbinsville needs just 5 to pull ahead 1-0 in tonight's matchup. And a lot of miscommunication. Barriero, Payne, and Johnson can't get on the same page. And Murphy now falls behind by 3. Desta Trammell, the senior setter from East Buffalo. So she's on the other side of the county on the shores of Lake Santitla. 21-19 after that kill, however, as Murphy trying to surge back. And Robbinsville obviously wanting to hold it off if that's the case. Johnson slaps it over with the left hand. The southpaw sends it over, and then Phillips' return goes to one touch, and Johnson lost it in the net, and it's 22-19. In preliminary action before we went live tonight, fans, the middle school Lady Knights swept Murphy 11-25, 14-25, while the junior varsity Lady Knights were downed by the Lady Bulldogs 25-16 and 25-10. Off of Phillips' serve, the volley continues. There's Riley Dockery with a shot over, and it drops as Murphy continues to clip away, nipping at the heels of the Lady Knights, who are only 3 away from going up 1-0. Murphy trails by 2. Dockery with another nice serve, set by Trammell in the middle. Barlow, and the block attempt goes awry. Madison Seabolt can't get it slowed down, and Robbinsville is 2 away from jogging to the locker room for a breather and with the lead. Surrey Waddy will serve it up for the Lady Knights. Johnson to Seabolt. Quick block, gets it right back to Murphy. Here's Payne, and that goes out. They're going to say the point was for, oh my, it went for Murphy, and head coach Katie Phillips not too understanding of that call, and neither were we, fans, honestly. Interesting officiating this season in general, much less here tonight. Jump serve by Madison Seabolt, junior middle hitter for the Lady Bulldogs. And the ball drops. Kinsley Phillips can't get to it. 23-22 your score. And a thrilling conclusion on tap here in set number 1. set. Here's Brooms. And it trickles off enough hands to slow it down. Payne. Block attempt goes awry. Wachacha sets it a mile high. Brooms tries to get it back over, but Murphy ready. Payne again with the final touch. Trammell set. Brooms tip. Olivia Payne with a push. She's keeping him alive on that side of the net. Here's Brooms again. And she's once again, that's 4 in a row. Wachacha gets the top that time, and that almost caught Murphy off guard, but they're able to keep it going. Here's Brooms once more. That's a high one. And my goodness, did Madison Seabolt fly, trying her darndest to get to that ball. And it goes out after all is said and done. Hard fought volley. And it is 24-22. And to go let Liz Carpenter try to serve out set point here. And it's a good serve by the sophomore from Carpenter Hollow. Waddy set. Here's Brooms. High spike. Dockery passes it. Tangled in the net. And that's all she wrote. Murphy drops the first set as Robbinsville comes to its feet. 25-22 is how we end set number one. Stay with us, fans. Back in 3 on the Graham Star Sports Network. Set 2 as we come back to you live from Robbinsville High School. It's 1-0 Lady Knights after beating Murphy 22-25 in the opening set. Kevin Hensley and Montana Buchanan for tonight's telecast, fans, and we're very privileged to be with you one more time here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Shot goes out, and Robbinsville gets an early lead here. 1 zilch, and Desta Trammell will serve it up for the Lady Knights as the action resumes hot and heavy tonight on a muggy Thursday in Graham County. Got some cool nights lately up here in Robbinsville, but the heat during the day has made folks forget about that pretty quick. Tied up 1-1 for Riley Dockery. And her serve will scream over and in, right inside the line. Robbinsville trying to play it smart there and didn't move. And you see the end result, it's 2-1. Shot by Phillips. Block goes awry. Kinsley Phillips gets a kill, and it's 2-2. Got some discussion about banners while we were during our break, and Montana Buchanan pretty much shut me down on my philosophy about where the banners should be hung here in the gym. I didn't just hire her for her camera smarts, folks. She's just got plain smarts. Montana was with us for the Just a Game Live era of our streaming. Of course, last year, Montana was a senior, quite busy with all that. So alternated between a solo camera job by me and bringing on Brooklyn Rogers for the spring season. And glad to have Montana back now with us. Does a great job. 4-2 is your score here in set 2. The diving save by Julia Dockery is actually a return. Spike. And that will go in Robbinsville's favor. Lady Knights have raced out to a 5-2 advantage here in set number 2. Kinsley Phillips, the senior from the lower end of High Splendor, serves it up. Shot down, Phillips greets it. Trammell sets for Brooms. And Addie Johnson can't slow it down. 6-2 Robbinsville here in set 2. Lady Knights with 4 seniors on the roster, and you're seeing one of them serve right now. Brooms is a junior. It will be Brooms and Wachacha as the seniors next year. Oh, and drops again. 7-2 here in set 2. Good dig. There's a shot by Seabold that will drop. As Liz Carpenter can't get under in the nick of time, and it's 7-3. Here's Madison Seabolt with a hard shot over. Brooms greets it. Hamel set. Barlow in the middle. Tries to set it over to the right side and put a little too much pepper on it. 7-4. Murphy methodically trying to get back into this one. And the ball drops. Dockery saved it, but then no one else could scoop it up for Murphy, and it's now 8-4 here in set 2. No updates so far from the JV game, but I do know someone I can contact, so we'll see if they can shoot one over to me. Love to be able to tell all you fans how it's going. See if we can get an update here pretty quick. Your score here in set 2, served by Callie Rumfelt. And that's going to be an ace for the junior outside hitter, Callista Rumfelt. And it's 9-6 here in set number 2. Murphy throws the ball back. Riley Dockery rolling it back over. Taya Owl has checked in and will serve. Looks like Swain County is up 6-0 over Robbinsville in the junior varsity game over at the Big Oaks right now. Payne's shot. Owl tries to defend it but can't get much on it. And it's 9-7. Nice spike by Olivia Payne, who jogs back and patiently awaits the opportunity to serve. Phillips greets it, set by Trammell. Here's Wachacha, hard shot back. And nobody can get a mid on it. 9-8. .104 left in the first half over at that JV football game. Swain leading 6-0. Robbinsville having a hard time getting on the same page right now, and it's showing. Can't be making mistakes like that in a game like this, and it's tied 9-all. Brooms gets a kill, and maybe that gets some momentum back in Robbinsville's corner as she heads back to serve. 10-9 is your score. Shot goes over. There's Seabolt to Johnson, back to Dockery. And Julia Dockery hits it a mile high and out. 11-9 your score as Katie Phillips jogs back to clean it up for her Lady Knights. Surrey Waddy with a nice defense sends it a mile high, and Robbinsville manages to save it. Brooms to Phillips for the return, and now there's Riley Dockery with a shot that goes out, and it is 12-9 here in set number 2. Brooms still serving for Robbinsville. Shot is down. Dockery lets it roll to the ground. 13-9. Dockery tried to get under it, but it was in kind of an awkward position right under the net. And the Lady Knights lead by 4. Brooms to to Seabolt, I beg your pardon. Johnson sets. Payne bumps it over with her fist. Set. Tip. What a great read by Kinsley Grace. Finds a hole on the front row. Timeout called. Murphy down 14-9. Robbinsville high-spirited at the moment. Stay with us, fans, here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Lady Brooms set to serve as we're back live from Robbinsville High. It's 14-9 here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Lady Knights with a 5-point advantage over Murphy. Tip, drop, point, Robbinsville. Lady Knights are really in control of tonight's matchup if they can just stay on the same page. They're making big runs against Murphy. And it's their biggest lead of the game, actually. It's a 6-point advantage. Make that a 7-point advantage. Murphy having a hard time getting on the same page on its side of the net now. A lot of errors on returns. Al with a nice dive, but that does not net anything. It is 16-10 for Julia Dockery, a sophomore. Shot over. Surrey Waddy greets it. Wachacha in the middle. Payne tries to save it off her left forearm, but can't get it going. And it's 17-10. Holy cow. Wachacha will serve. Robbinsville just 8 away from a quick 2-0 lead tonight. Johnson sets. Seabolt smacks it. Half tip. And some of the Robbinsville players thinking she smacked the net. And they won't get the call despite the plea. Laylee Holloway checks in for Callie Rumfelt as Addie Johnson serves it up. Shot by Phillips and a hard one. Boy, Lady Knights are just cooking at the net right now. That's the Trammell to serve. Robbinsville up 18-11 here in set 2. Hard shot over. Trammell, a nice serve. There's Seabolt. Block. Barlow makes them pay. And Katie Phillips is grinning from ear to ear. Her Lady Knights are on a roll right now. It's 19-11 here in set 2. High shot. Jump set by Johnson. Dockery on the backside. And there's a jump set. Barlow hits it a little too hard. And Gentleman Jack Booth will scoop it up. SRO from Robbinsville Elementary. Working security for tonight in case this crowd gets raucous. But the way it's been going, I don't think we got to worry about that. Crowd's invested in the action. Cheering on their teams. You're seeing some pristine volleyball from Robbinsville right now, and Murphy doing its very best to get back in it, down 19-13. Brooms greets it. Trammell set. Phillips. And it's blocked. Big shutdown at the net by Laylee Holloway and Madison Seabolt for the Lady Bulldogs. And that makes it 19-14. Riley Dockery will jog back and serve it again. Hard shot over. Set by Trammell. Here's Kinsley Phillips. Johnson keeps it alive. And Payne with the return. Another hard shot. Robbinsville trying to scout for that. And they're going to say it was a touch too many for Claire Barlow. A rare mistake for the sophomore who's had a tremendous week up front. 19-15. Robbinsville now clinging to a 4-point advantage. Johnson to Payne. And nobody going to stop it. I believe some of the Lady Knights thought there should have been a call at the net, but it did not happen. And Katie Phillips is going to have to strategize with her Lady Knights. As we take a timeout, it's 19-16 Robbinsville. And we're back. Dockery will continue to serve. It's 19-16 in the blink of an eye. Murphy on a 5-0 run right now. Has got back into this one in set 2. And Payne finds an open hole on the back row. Back right corner of the court, not guarded. And Olivia Payne made him pay for that. 19-17 is your score here in set number 2. We will be back with you, though, fans, on Wednesday as Robbinsville Varsity Volleyball will host Franklin. The Panthers will pay a visit from Macon County, and we'll see the varsity action here on the Graham Star Sports Network. That is for sure a guarantee in the broadcast lineup for next week. Still working to get the details sorted out with Smoky Mountain, of course. The varsity football team will head back out on the road after tomorrow night, next Friday to Silva, and we'll see how that rolls. Hopefully we'll be able to bring that game to you here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Pass by Phillips, set by Trammell, kill by Barlow. Seabolt tried to save it and sent it into the 15th row. 21-18 as Murphy's made it respectable, but Robbinsville getting back into a groove here late in set 2. Lady Knights lead this match 1-0. Payne tap. Here's Trammell, passes it to Waddy, and Broom sends it back over the net. Set by Johnson, and Payne will keep it alive. Dockery, and it's back over. Here's Phillips with a push from the back row, and she'll careen backwards as quickly as possible to get back into position. Passes that time to Brooms, and it is out. 21-19. And we had a different call over here on this side of the net, but nonetheless, it stands. Callie Rumfeld back in to serve for the Lady Bulldogs here in set 2. Set by Trammell. Wachacha with a hard shot over on that tip. That threw everybody off kilter. Pass by Trammell. Good job. Waddy with a pass to Liz Carpenter on the right side. Good stuff happening up front right now. And the call goes against Murphy. We're Lovingood pleading her case. Olivia Payne trying to give some clarification on what happened. Hensley Phillips listening close as well, right here below us. (22-19) is your score here in set number 2. So Taya Owl checks in, and we'll try to run it out for the Lady Knights. They need just 3 more to go up 2-0 in tonight's contest. Trammell pass, Brooms sends it over. Johnson with a return. Owl saves it with her forearm. Good work. Trammell able to keep it alive for the Lady Knights. Here's the set. Ball drops, but Dockery able to keep it alive, and Phillips with a saving dive of her on. Owl with a big return, and it drops out. So close to the line. Murphy all kinds of fired up, as is Robbinsville. That has finally energized this crowd late here in set 2. Payne to Phillips. Here's Brooms running in from the back. Johnson with a jump set. There's Riley Dockery. And we'll play on. Trammell set for Brooms again. Tip over. Payne will return it. Phillips greets it. Trammell again. This time with Chacho touching in the middle. Rumfeld with a scramble and save. Johnson to Seabolt. And onward we roll. Brooms again. Tip. Diving save by Callie Rumfeld. Will keep it going for the Lady Bulldogs. Here's Payne. And Surrey Waddy greets on the back row. Nice dig. Here's Brooms again. Payne right in the perfect spot to defend that. And Julia Dockery with a push Action still going hot and heavy here in this volley. Set 2 action coming your way here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Seabolt finally ends the tussle with a hard shot that goes out. And Robbinsville glaring at a 2-0 advantage. They need just 2 more to get there. Dockery's shot. Waddy will dig it out in the back row. Trammell set Brooms with a shot that Olivia Payne gets a hold of. Shot over, and Buddy is it in. What a kill on the left side. And it is set point for the Lady Knights. And Brooms will look to finish this one off and take a 2-0 lead in the contest. Johnson jumps set. Julia Dockery. Owl with a nice save. Passed by Kinsley Phillips, and Wachacha will pass it back over the net. Here's Dockery again. And it drops. Murphy's still alive here in set number 2. Hope you fans are enjoying tonight's telecast of Robbinsville Varsity Volleyball. Here's Kinsley Phillips with a tip. Looking for the win, but it will not work out that way. Phillips with a hard spike that time. That will get it done. Block goes awry. Robbinsville wins set 2, 21-25. Back in 3 on the Graham Star Sports Network. Set 3 underway, fans. Welcome back to Robbinsville High. Lady Knights up 2-0 in tonight's contest against Murphy. They have taken sets 1 and 2 by respective outcomes of 22-25 and 21-25. Kevin Hensley and Montana Buchanan with you for tonight's production. Hope you fans are enjoying Thursday night volleyball here on GrahamStarSports.com. Don't blink, though, fans. Murphy's trying to make it interesting as they're on the cusp of being swept by Robbinsville. Quick 2-0 advantage, and Addie Johnson will serve another one up. Dug out by Waddy, passed by Trammell. Phillips will send it over with a double axe handle smash. Block. And it is successful. Claire Barlow and Liz Carpenter with a big block here in set 3. That gets Robbinsville on the board, and Trammell, or excuse me, I beg your pardon, Phillips to serve. Dockery with a high push. Phillips will find it in the back corner. Trammell passing over. And a last second save by Brooms keeps it alive for the Lady Knights. Dockery. And nobody in that back right corner. They exposed it again, did the Lady Bulldogs. And it's 3-1. Set. Spike. And Dockery keeps it going. Point goes to Murphy as the Bulldogs are up 4-1 here in set number 3. Well, thank all of you fans once again for tuning in with us here on the Graham Star Sports Network. 4-1 is the score. Tip over. There's Trammell. Waddy saves it. Smack over by Brooms. That one's out. But they're going to say extra touch. Costly on the Bulldogs, or excuse me, the Knights. I beg your pardon. It's 5-1 Bulldogs, is what I meant to say. Pass, and there's Carpenter. Gets it over on the third touch. And that's a few too many as Murphy couldn't clear the net, 5-2. And up to serve is going to be freshman libero Surrey Waddy. Waddy is the only freshman you'll find on the roster this season. Shot drops as Robbinsville now struggling at the net after having a dominant set 2 up front. Having a hard time getting on the same page here in set 3. And Murphy making them pay. It's 6-2. Julia Dockery's serve is returned. 3 and you're out. Here's Payne. And it will go over Trammell to Waddy. Back to Liz Carpenter. And that ball is out. It is 7-2. Oh, my. Murphy with his biggest advantage so far here tonight. Dockery again. Dug out by Waddy. Wachacha pass. Quick push by Barlow. But he goes out. And Katie Phillips is going to figure out what's going on. It's 8-2. Lady Bulldogs. Stay with us here on the Graham Star Sports Network. (8-2) as we resume action here from Robbinsville High School. Lady Bulldogs have opened up now a 9-2 advantage as Robbinsville took sets 1 and 2, 22-25, 21-25. Murphy not going to go away easily. Up 9-2 here in set number 3. Julia Dockery is firing off some humdingers. And that one finally goes in Robbinsville's favor. 9-3 is your score. Taya Owl, senior defensive specialist, will serve it up. Hard shot over. And there's Seabold with a decisive spike for the Lady Bulldogs, who are now up 10-3. Serving now is Madison Parker, another senior for Murphy. Brooms with a hard shot. Dockery will pass it back into her older sister Riley. And onward we roll. Trammell set. Wachacha in the middle. That ball is out. 11-3 Murphy here in set number 3. And the ball drops. Wachacha and Owl were charging it. And neither one of them can get there in time. 12-3 is your score. And the wheels are falling off quick for the Lady Knights. Pass by Phillips. Trammell gets it back to her. And I'm going to say 2 touches too many by Robbinsville as Murphy has opened up by far the biggest advantage of this entire contest. They're up by 10. Here's Seabold again. Surrey Waddy will save it. Trammell to the Lady Brooms. Block. And a big one. The Bulldogs are on fire right now. Madison Seabold and Addison Johnson shutting down the kill attempt from the Lady Brooms. 14-3 here in set 3. Robbinsville's fortune is going to have to reverse quickly, or we're going to see at least 4 sets. Wachacha missed time in her jump. 15-3 your score. Madison Parker continuing to serve up some good ones from the service line for the Lady Bulldogs. But as soon as I said that, I take it back. That one goes under the net. Robbinsville gets a break. And boy, did they need it. It's 15-4 here in set number 3. Here's Brooms. Hard smack over. Parker greets it. Rolling save by Johnson and Seabolt with the third touch. Here's Phillips. That one drops. 15-5. Lady Knights are going to try and piece together a rally And that is very much needed, of course. And a timeout called. Official timeout. Olivia Payne making sure the floor is safe and sound. Steel floor here at Robbinsville. We've remarked on it several times this year. Absolutely gorgeous. If you haven't seen it in person, make sure you come out to a game at some point this year. A backwards push by Johnson does not fool Robbinsville. There's Delaney Brooms. Pass. Tip. Trouble. Wachacha to Waddy, who comes in and plays it. Seabolt. Block attempt is no good. 16-5 Murphy. Olivia Payne set to serve again. Short serve. Good work by Robbinsville to keep it going, though. And Seabolt touches the top of the net. And you can't do that. 16-6 for Aubrey Wachacha. Miss Jada Holly rolling it in, line judge for the Murphy side of the court. And it's 16-6. Hard serve over 17-6. Robbinsville just cannot get into a groove here in set 3. Nothing going right for the Lady Knights. Brooms greets it with a nice reception. There's Barlow blocked at the net by Julia Dockery. Boy, Murphy is cooking here in set 3. A lot of energy on that side of the court. And it's showing on the scoreline. Madison Seabolt to serve. Brooms greets it. There's Trammell to Kinsley Phillips. Block attempt. And nothing doing there as Robbinsville gets the point. It's 18-7. Well, hey, fans, stranger things have happened. Robbinsville down by 11 right now. And it could take some time, but they may slowly get back into this one. Shot over. Will be good for Robbinsville as Dockery sent it out a little high. And it's 18-8. Dockery's return greeted by Brooms. Trammell sets. Here's Kinsley Phillips. And Dockery finds it, Seabolt on the back row. Rally Dockery can't time her jump right there. And it's 18-9. Lady Knights slowly but surely crawling back into this one. That one drops in, my word. Nobody from Robbinsville there to defend it. And it's a 10-point Murphy advantage once again. Laylee Holloway checks in for Madison Parker as Addie Johnson will serve for the Lady Bulldogs. Set, tip, all hands safe. Here's Riley Dockery with a return over. Barlow bumps it over. I'm going to say she carried, though. Timeout's going to be called by Katie Phillips. Much needed. Lady Knights are down 20-9. Back live from Robbinsville High, Kevin Hensley and Montana Buchanan with you for tonight's telecast of Lady Knights Volleyball, which is being brought to you by Blevins Insurance, located at 468 Rodney Orr Bypass in Robbinsville. Give them a call for all of your insurance needs. Lady Knights finally in the double digits. 20-10 is your spread here in set 3, and that's a shocking set score to see. as Robbinsville won the first two sets, 22-25, 21-25. Lady Knights were hoping for a sweep, and they're going to have to go on a 14-5 run down the stretch to make that happen. Kinsley Phillips with another nice serve. Very precise shot by Kinsley Grace. Payne pass back over the net. Barlow to Trammell, and there's a tip by Delaney Brooms. And it's a carry by Murphy, 20-12. The slow rally continues. They're going to serve by Kinsley Phillips. Maybe one of the smartest timeouts called all year. That broke Murphy's momentum, and now they're having trouble getting into a groove here. Laylee Holloway flubs that one at the net. 20-13. Spike into the net. 20-14. Timeout called by Jordan Lovingood. Robbinsville now down by 6. We're in set 3 of the second Smoky Mountain Conference matchup of the year for Robbinsville as they're hosting the Murphy Lady Bulldogs. And you're in the right place, fans, to watch it, whether you're a Lady Bulldog or a Lady Knight. Here on the Graham Star Sports Network, providing unparalleled news coverage from and around Graham County since 1955. The Graham Star is your hometown newspaper. Big block up front, and Robbinsville now trailing by a scant 5. That's much better than the 10-point deficit they faced just a few moments ago. But that one will get over the clutches of Surrey Waddy. She was unable to get under it in time. And Murphy finally gets a point back. And Julia Dockery, check that, Riley Dockery will do her best to ride it out for Murphy at the service line. Plays like that will make it a lot easier to do so. And we may be on the verge of an extra volleyball set at least here tonight. Murphy trails in this one by 2. Robbinsville can't get under anything. The Dockery's serving up. 23-15, Murphy. As we mentioned, just the second matchup for both programs in the conference. Murphy defeated Hayesville in 4 sets the other night on Tuesday, while Robbinsville defeated Cherokee in its divisional opener. And Dockery will roll up set point from her foot to her hand, and we're almost set to go. Spirited, gallant effort by Robbinsville to cut it back to 20-15. Spike goes off the hands of the Murphy front line, and Robbinsville still in it. Lady Knights were down 14-3. They went on a 12-6 run to get back into this one, and hopefully will continue to chip away at the deficit. Served by Surrey Waddy will get tipped over the net. Spike by Payne. Robbinsville able to defend it, though. Madison Seabolt with a nice save. Ball drops. And we're going to set 4, fans. Murphy finally gets a nod here in set 3, winning 25-16. Stay with us here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Well, folks, for the second time in as many days, Robbinsville is going to have to go to a 4th set here at home. The Lady Bulldogs take set 3, 25-16. Robbinsville misses out on the sweep, but could go home with a 4-set victory in the interim. Good to have you with us here on the Graham Star Sports Network, your exclusive home for Robbinsville Athletics, and we are streaming it all season long. Robbinsville won sets 1 and 2, 22-25, 21-25, before Murphy picked up a 25-16 victory in set 3 to force us where we're at. Now, if we go to a fifth set, it will be a race to 15 as it's best 3 of 5 here in the beautiful state of North Carolina. Kinsley Phillips with a high reception off the hard shot. And the opening volley here in set 4 is looking to be hotly contested, and it is. Trammell with a set here is Kinsley Phillips. Ball drops. Finally, Olivia Payne dives a bit too late to get to it. 1-0 Robbinsville. Desta Trammell will back up at a brisk pace to kick off her first serve here in set 4. Push over. Everything still roses. Here's a shot by Kinsley Phillips. Great save by Seabolt. But Robbinsville will get the nod. It's 2-0 Lady Knights. Don't forget, fans, back with you for Black Knights varsity football tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. It will be Robbinsville hosting the 2A Mountain Heritage Cougars live from Modell Walsh Memorial Stadium. And kickoff on Bob Colvin Field will be at 7:30. We'll go live here on GramStarSports.com around 7:15 or so. Don't panic if we haven't went live yet. We're coming at you, folks. We'll be set up and ready to go tomorrow night. Trammell with a smack over. And that's 4 touches for Robbinsville. Just like that, it's 2-2 here in set number 4. Serve by Riley Dockery will go awry, and it's 3-2 Robbinsville with the advantage once again. Kinsley Phillips circles around like a caged tiger ready to unleash here from the service line. High bump by Murphy. Here comes Delaney Brooms racing in from the back to push it over for Robbinsville. Ball drops, however, that time. Nice work by Murphy to drop it right over the net into no man's land, and it's 3-3. What else would a Robbinsville-Murphy game be without some type of drama? And, of course, an extra set will guarantee that. If we go to 5, it'll be the first time that Robbinsville's been pushed to that limit this season. Smack goes down. Barlow will get the point for the Lady Knights. Coach Katie Phillips was very complimentary of Barlow's progress this season up front. She paid dividends big time in the 4-set win over Cherokee on Tuesday. And be remiss we didn't mention the progress as well of LaChacha up front. You see her working hard in the middle right now. Liz Carpenter on the right side. And, of course, the veterans, Delaney Brooms and Kinsley Phillips, rounding out a very tough Robbinsville front row attack. Sorry, Waddy has come a long way as the freshman libero. She got the nod during the opening match this season. She actually played the JV matchup here at home against Asheville Christian Academy on August 16th. And before she knew it, she was suited up on the varsity team later that night. 5-4 the spread. Madison Parker checks back in for the Murphy Bulldogs and will serve next here in set 4. We will guarantee you Robbinsville varsity volleyball next Wednesday here on GramStarSports.com here at home against Franklin. That match has been rescheduled from Monday. Of course, Monday, Labor Day, and the two schools agreed to push it back a couple of days on the calendar. Robbinsville will go to Andrews on Tuesday, and we're hoping we'll have varsity football action for you on Friday as well, as the Black Knights travel to Silva on Friday, September 9th to take on the Smoky Mountain Mustangs. A quick 3-0 run by Murphy has pushed the Bulldogs back out front, 7-4 here in set 4. Parker has been tough in relief here at the service line. See if she can keep it up. Trammell to Kinsley Phillips with a hard spike, or check out, I'm sorry, that was Delaney Brooms on the left side. 7-5 your score. Here's Taya Owl to serve. 7-5. Hard shot. Parker greets it. High jump set by Johnson. Right where Seabolt wanted it for the kill. 8-5 Murphy. And they drag a spare ball out. Onward we roll. There's Payne. Phillips, Trammell, Brooms. Dockery saves it at the disposal of her own body. Waddy pass. Brooms with the smack for the return. And Seabolt tried to save it, whiffed on it, it jumped off the net, and she hit it for the fourth and final touch. Can't do more than 3. That's not how this game works. 8-6. Delaney Brooms will carry it inside the paint. Wachacha with a quick smack trying to catch him off guard, but it's no good. Set by Trammell. Phillips with a hard kill. Onward we roll, and it's out. Your score is 8-7. Robbinsville also not going to go away without a fight. They're hoping to pick up another 4-set victory here at home. Lady Knights are 1-1 in 4-set matchups this season. My word, what a save by Owl. Pushed by Phillips. Great read. Payne was playing a bit too far back. And Kinsley Phillips makes her pay. 8-8 is your score. Brooms comes up a little empty on that misfire. 9-8. Onward we play, this time in Murphy's corner. And it's Madison Seabolt set to serve. Hard spike. Here's a set by Trammell. Wachacha lets it, slips it right between Seabolt and Payne, who let it drop. 9-9. The seesaw matchup continues. Update from the Big Oak says well, let's just talk about that first. Sorry, folks. My goodness. The ball disintegrated before our very eyes. 10-9 is your score here in set 4. That's what I get for trying to stray away with the score update. My goodness. Phillips with another big kill. Oh, my word. It's an 11-9 Robbinsville. While I got a second, it's 12-8 Swain County in the JV football game. That's what I was trying to get to a moment ago. Robbinsville score, but they still trail the Maroon Devils by 4 over at the Big Oaks. Tip. Point Robbinsville. And Robbinsville is fired up. Oh, my. Timeout call by Jordan Levingood is 12-9 here on the Gramstar Sports Network. After a rough showing in set 3, Robbinsville's come out thundering here in set 4, and some Absolutely devastating kills up front. Have got him ahead by 3, but that serve by Wachacha goes a little too high, and it's 12-10. Both communities well represented. There's a bunch of Murphy fans below us tonight, and of course on the hard cam you can see all the Robbinsville faithful. Claire Barlow with a kill. And if that floor had been any weaker, the ball would have shot right through it. 13-10. Ball is out off the serve from Trammell. Don't worry, fans. The only person in this gym that's more excited than the players on the floor is my camera person. Montana doing a great job bringing all the action to you tonight here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Tip by Payne. That's trouble. But a mad scramble by the Lady Knights saves it. Good effort. Good communication here in set 4. And point goes to Murphy. They're going to say Barlow flirted with the net a bit too much. And we're going to roll on. It's 13-12. Brooms, Trammell, Kinsley Phillips with a tip. That went awry, but Robbinsville will have to play it as Payne saved it for Murphy. Barlow with another hard smack, and it goes out to Sweetwater Road. 13 all here in set number 4. That one could end up on the baseball field before it's over with. But I think they finally careened it back in from the lobby. And Riley Dockery will serve it right off the hatch here. Here's a shot by Kinsley Phillips, a tip. Murphy not fooled. Passes all around. Seabolt to Payne to finish the sequence. Barlow in the middle is being huge tonight once again. Carpenter with a tip. Dockery slides in and saves it. Here's Barlow. Set. Spike. And that one is out. And the line judge says it's in. Well, folks, there is no instant replay in volleyball. If there was, I'm sure that call would have been overturned. Woo. 14-13 Murphy here in set 4. And that's not a slag on the Bulldogs. That call just went against Robbinsville. And they get the point back. It's 14 apiece. Riley Dockery frustrated, as is coach Jordan Lovingood, over that play. 14 apiece. Kinsley Phillips to serve. Pass from Brooms, set by Trammell, tipped by Barlow. Dockery misses it again. 15-14 here in set 4. And a timeout called, I believe. No, it's going to be a substitution. Riley Dockery out. Callie Rumfeld checks back in for some back row defense. We'll plug the back right section of the court. Phillips serves it up again. Here's Payne. And the block goes off the fingertips of Carpenter and Barlow. 15-15 here in set 4 as the even Steven tilt continues here from Robbinsville. Trammell wisely waits to play that one off the net. And there's nobody going to stop that. Seabolt drove it through the floor. 16-15 Bulldogs. Julia Dockery will now serve. They're going to say Madison Seabolt touched the ball. Seabolt, just for future reference, from our vantage point, did not touch the ball, but overly rolls 16-16. See very few overturned calls. Phillips really laid out for that, and Trammell passes it back to her after she gets back to her feet. And there's a return by Seabolt. That time they're going to say that she didn't touch the net. Interesting calls here in set 4. Both teams are fired up at the officials. 17-16 is your score. Brooms comes running in from the back off of Tremmel's set. Here's Johnson passing all the way over to Payne. The Lady Brooms can't get under it. 18-16 Murphy. This set also looks like it's going to come right down to the wire. Timeout called by Katie Phillips. We'll pause here on the Graham Star Sports Network.
I know. Madison Ellington is not a great point guard. Oh my God.
19-16. Welcome back, fans, to Robbinsville for the middle of set 4. Conference volleyball action on your screens between the Lady Knights and the Lady Bulldogs. Dockery passes it back in, and Madison Parker saves it. Parker's been invaluable for Murphy off the bench tonight. There's a smack by Brooms, and it careens off. And now there's some argument. My goodness. That's how the ball was tipped. Parker ready to serve. Robbinsville's not ready for the serve. Now they are. 20-16. Robbinsville thought for sure they had that call. And the point goes to Robbinsville. Everyone frustrated here in set 4 at the officials. Some quality volleyball taking place here, but no one can get past this officiating crew, and we don't want to slam them too much. Not our job to do that, obviously. But it's been a rough night at the office if you're wearing the stripes or the solid grays, however you want to look at it. It's served by Owl. They had a hard time defending it, and it's finally returned. Phillips to Trammell, to Brooms on the outside. Payne saves it. Jump set by Johnson. Hard kill by Madison Seabolt. 21-17. Olivia Payne will serve. And we're not out of the realm of possibility of a 5th set on tap. Pass by Phillips off the reception. Trammell to Brooms. Nobody's slowing down the junior outside hitter, who's going to strut back to the line and serve it up. Robbinsville down 21-18. Good serve by Brooms. And the battle at the net won by Kinsley Grace. She'll tip it past the outstretched hand of Addison Johnson. 21-19. Jump set, shot by Seabolt, doesn't get over the net. 21-20. Robbinsville still fighting away. Fans, Robbinsville leads the match 2-1 if they can pull it off. We'll go to the house. If not, we'll go to a 5th set. Either way, we'll be with you for the duration. And Murphy got a point off of that. Owl got under it, but it just kind of spun with some hilarious backspin. Not even sure how she pulled that off. But nonetheless, onward we go. 22-20, Lady Bulldogs. The backspin on that was ridiculous. And Robbinsville couldn't play it. Trammell pass, Phillips. And looks like Murphy's going to respond just fine. Julia Dockery sends it back over for the Lady Bulldogs. Phillips again. Found a nice open hole. Olivia Payne, normally tip-top defender, and she's had some moments tonight where they've exposed her playing a bit too far back on that back row. Murphy now making sure to fill that gap with Parker on the left, Payne in the middle, Seabold on the right on the back row. Pass by Johnson, push by Callie Rumfelt. Here's Kinsley Phillips with a tip. Rumfelt comes up short. Reached right for it and missed it, and we are tied once again, folks, 22-22. Lovingood calls a timeout for the Lady Bulldogs. Robbinsville 3 away from the victory. We're back live from Robbinsville High School. It's 22-all as we rejoin you for the conclusion of Set 4 here tonight. Lady Knights up 2-1 and knocking on the victory over Murphy, but they'll have to do it in a 3-0 run here, or else it'll be some extra volleys. Payne with a hard smack. Owl with a nice push to keep it alive. Shot by Phillips. Dockery's. And there's Barlow with the return over. Boy, the action moving quick. Julia Dockery saves at that time. Here's Phillips. But she can't get it over the net. 23-22 advantage. Murphy. Laylee Holloway checks in for Madison Parker as we're going down the stretch here in Set 4. Set by Johnson. Dockery's slam goes to Waddy. Here's Phillips. Here's the set. Push by Payne. Trammell to Waddy. Back to Phillips. Dockery will send it out off the fingertips of Claire Barlow. And Katie Phillips will call a timeout now. This is a crucial moment in the match. Back in just a moment, fans. It is set point for the Lady Bulldogs. Robbinsville trying to get out of here in 4. Murphy trying to push us to 5 sets as the game resumes. Waddy, Trammell, Kinsley Phillips. Payne scoots over and gets a nice dig. Trammell, Phillips, Barlow tip. Has trouble, but Murphy scrambles. They save it. It's out. Right off the brand spanking new Smoky Mountain Conference logo on the court. And it's 24-23 for Desta Trammell. Carpenter in for Owl as we get to the front row rotation. Trammell's serve nicely done. Sliding save by Laylee Holloway. Trammell to Kinsley Phillips. Hard spike. Murphy somehow saved it. Waddy calls everybody off. There's a kill that ties it. 24-24. Crowd is at a fever pitch right now. Trammell to Payne. Johnson to Dockery. And Robbinsville greets it. Tip by Barlow. And Murphy will respond. But can't get it back over. Julia Dockery hits it off the top of the net. and it falls back into Murphy territory. Robbinsville has set point and match point staring them in the face. Payne with a hard shot. Brooms seeks out on the back row. Phillips tried for a kill but could not clear the net. And we're all tied up at 25 apiece again. Somebody needs to bring an oxygen tank up here for Montana Buchanan. She's going to faint. The nerves are getting the best of her. Oh, my. What am I saying? It's getting to me, too. There's a good tip by Kinsley Phillips. And she's got a chance to close it out, folks, at the service line, 26-25, Robbinsville. Payne greets it. Johnson set. Payne with the smack. Block attempt. No good. Carpenter and Barlow called for an infraction. 26 all. Got to win it by 2. Shot drops. Hard kill by Delaney Brooms. Real quick. Swain County has defeated Robbinsville 12-8 in the junior varsity football matchup. So a tough defensive battle over at the Big Oaks. The JV Knights fall to 1-2 this season. They'll travel to Cherokee next week. Waddy serves up. Robbinsville advantage here in set 4, 27-26. Carpenter with a high pass the wrong direction, but Robbinsville manages to save it. Set by Johnson. Payne to Phillips. Right there to greet it. Trammell to Brooms. Tip. Payne, Johnson, Wachacha has trouble. Oh, the spin on that was a troublesome look as well. It's over, fans. It's over. Robbinsville wins it. What a shot by the Lady Brooms. 28-26 is how we'll end this one tonight. Murphy made it interesting, but in 4, Robbinsville picks up the W. Fans, back with you tomorrow night for varsity football action from under the Big Oaks. For Montana Buchanan, I'm Kevin Hensley. Have a good evening, everybody.